Welcome back, everybody, to Reading Time with EpicBayleaf. And today we are going to continue on with reading Gregor the Overlander. We just last episode finished chapter 2. We are going to be reading chapter 3, of course, now. And chapter 2 concluded with Boots and Gregor falling down the chute from the laundry room and then meeting giant cockroaches, in which they had then proceeded to take the human, Gregor and Boots, to the humans, and they ended up in a stadium, or what looked like a stadium, full of people and giant bats, and Gregor had noticed that someone was riding a bat, and that is where we left off with chapter 2. So here's chapter 3, and without further ado, let's get started. Chapter 3. Hands down, she was the strangest looking person Gregor had ever seen. Her skin was so pale, he could see every vein in her body. He thought of the section on the human anatomy in his science book. Flip one page, see the bones, next the digestive system. This girl was a walking circulatory system. At first he thought her hair was gray like his grandma's, but that wasn't right. It was really more of a silver color, like blonde hair with metallic tint. The hair was woven in an intricate braid down her back and tucked into a belt at her waist. A thin band of gold encircled the girl's head. It could have been some kind of hairband, but Gregor had a feeling it was a crown. He didn't want this girl to be in charge. He could tell by the upright way she held herself, by the slight smile at the left corner of her mouth, by the way she managed to be looking down at him even though he was a good 6 inches taller than she was, that she had a real attitude. That's what his mom would say about certain girls he knew. She's got real attitude. She would shake her head, but Gregor could tell she approved of these girls. Well, there was having attitude, then there was just being a total show-off. Gregor felt sure she'd done that fancy trick off the bat completely for his benefit. One flip would have been plenty. It was her way to intimidate him, but he wouldn't be intimidated. Gregor looked straight into the girl's eyes and saw that her irises were a dazzling shade of light purple. He held his ground. Gregor didn't know how long they might have stood there sizing each other up if Boots hadn't intervened. She plowed into the girl, knocking her off balance. The girl staggered back a step and looked at Boots in disbelief. Boots grinned winningly and held up a pudgy hand. "Ball," she said hopefully. The girl knelt on one knee and held out a ball to Boots, but she kept her fingers wrapped tightly around it. "It is yours if you can take it," she said in a voice like her eyes, cold and clear and foreign. Boots tried to take the ball, but the girl didn't release it. Confused, she pulled on the girl's fingers. "Ball?" The girl shook her head. "You will have to be stronger or smarter than I am." Boots looked up at the girl, registered something, and poked her right in the eye. "Purple," she said. The girl jerked back, dropping the ball. Boots scrambled after it and scooped it up. Gregor couldn't resist. "I guess she's smarter," he said. It was a little mean, but he didn't like her messing with Boots that way. The girl narrowed her eyes. "But not you, or you would not have said such things to a queen." So he had been right. She was royalty. Now she'd probably chop off his head or something. Still, he felt it would be bad if he acted scared. Gregor shrugged. "No, if I had known you were a queen, I probably had said something cooler." "Cooler?" she said, raising her eyebrows. "Better," said Gregor, for lack of a cooler word. The girl decided to take it as an apology. "I will forgive it as you are not knowing. What are you called, Overlander?" "My name's Gregor, and that's Boots," he said, pointing to his sister. "Well, her name's not really Boots, it's Margaret, but we call her Boots because in the winter she steals everybody's boots and runs around in them, and because of this musician my dad likes." That sounded confusing even to Gregor. "What's your name?" "I'm Queen Luxa," said the girl. "Luxa?" said Gregor, trying to get the odd inflection right. "What means this? What the baby says? Purple?" she asked. Purple. It's her favorite color. And your eyes. She's never seen purple eyes before, explained Gregor. Boots heard the word and came over holding up her palms, which she was still dyed purple from the marker. Purple! I have never seen brown before. Not on a human, said Luxa, staring into Boots's eyes. Or this. She caught Boots's wrist and ran her fingers over the silky light brown skin. It must need much light. Boots giggled. Every inch of her was ticklish. Luxa purposely ran her fingers up under Boots's chin, making her laugh. For a second, Luxa lost her attitude, and Gregor thought she might not be so bad. Then she straightened up and resumed her haughty manner. So, Gregor the Overlander, you and the baby must bathe. Gregor knew he was sweaty from running through the tunnels, but that was pretty rude. Maybe we should just go. Go? Go where? Said Luxa in surprise. Home? He said. Smelling like you do? Said Luxa. You'll be thrice dead before you reach the waterway, even if you knew the path to take. She could see he didn't understand. You smell of the overland. That is not safe for you here, or for us. Oh, said Gregor, feeling a little foolish. I guess we should rinse up before we go home then. It is not so simple, but I will let Vicus know, said Luxa. You have had rare luck today, being found so quickly. How do you know we were found so quickly? Asked Gregor. Our lookouts noted you shortly after you landed. As were the crawlers find, we let them present you, she said. I see, said Gregor. Where had the lookouts been? Concealed in the gloom of the tunnels, hidden somewhere in the mist he'd fallen through? Until the stadium, he hadn't seen anyone but the roaches. These were headed here, in any case, she said, gesturing to the roaches. See, they carry torches. They would not bother if they were not visiting us. Why is that? Said Gregor. Crawlers do not need light, but they show themselves to us to let us know that they come peacefully. Did you not wonder at how easily you arrived here? She asked. Without waiting for an answer, she turned to the group of cockroaches who had been standing patiently off to the side. Crawlers, what take you for the Overlanders? The head roach scurried forward. Give you 5 baskets, give you, he hissed. We will give 3 grain baskets, said Luxa. Rats give many fish, said the roach, cleaning its antennas casually. Take them to the rats, then. It will give you no time, said Luxa. Gregor didn't know exactly what they were talking about, but he had the uneasy sense he was for sale. The insect considered Lux's last offer. Give you 4 baskets, give you, it said. We will give 4 baskets and 1 for thanks, said a voice behind Gregor. He turned and saw a pale, bearded man approaching them on foot. His close-cropped hair really was silver, not just the silvery blonde. Luxa glared at the old man but didn't contradict him. The cockroach painstakingly added up 4 and 1 on its legs. Give you 5 baskets, give you? It asked, as if the whole idea was a new one. We will give 5 baskets, said Luxa, less than graciously, giving the roach a tersy bow. It bowed back and scampered off with the other bugs out of the stadium. And if it is up to Vicus, soon we will have no baskets to give, the girl said pointedly to the bearded man who had turned his focus to Gregor and Boots. 1 more basket will be a small price to pay if he is expected, he answered. His violet eyes stared intently at Gregor. Tell me, Overlander, are you from? He searched for the words, New York City. Well, that will conclude chapter 3, a little bit of a shorter one. So thank you everyone for listening. I hope you enjoyed it for as short as it was. Stay tuned for chapter 4, and I hope you all have a great day. Thank you again for listening. All right, bye-bye.